Hey, what's up? Ryan Celestine here, and I know it's been a couple years since you've seen me, but I wanted to share a quick story with you. So, December of last year, 2014, I was in California racing a full Ironman triathlon. 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike ride, finished off with a 26.2 mile run. Now, I was prepared for this race. I was looking forward to this race. It was kind of like a family vacation. And I mean, I was going into this race with the expectations to completely deliver and dominate. Now, I swam in the lake the day before the race, and it was extremely cold. I mean, like real cold. So I knew that it was going to be a rough swim for me. So race starts, and we're swimming along, and it's like, okay, this is cold, but not too bad. And then all of a sudden, I just got colder and colder and colder. And I got to the point where like I lost control over my muscles. My body was like shivering and shaking. I couldn't control myself. And I ended up getting out after every lap of the swim to just do jumping jacks to warm up on the beach. And people were laughing and people were pointing and taking pictures, and it is what it is. But the funny thing was, I didn't care. I wasn't really concerned with what was going on. I was just consumed and concerned with finishing that swim. So we're going along, and it's not going well at all. It's actually horrible. And I'm still fighting. I'm still hanging in there. And I see this guy in front of me. We've gone 4 laps now, and I mean, I'm suffering at this point. I mean, I thought that I was going to have hypothermia if I didn't warm up, and I got on the beach and I was doing jumping jacks, and 2 ladies gave me their jackets, and I mean, I just was doing everything I could to stay warm. And we finished up the last lap, and right as we're getting ready to finish, I see a guy in front of me, and I knew that, you know what, I could catch him. And I wasn't really sure in what place we were. I didn't really care, but I knew that I was going to be able to catch him, and so I gave it all I had, swam as hard as I could, and I beat the guy out of the water. And I get into transition, and I'm excited. And it was after the race when my mom and my wife told me, Ryan, you beat that guy for last place. Meaning, me and this guy were literally racing for last place to get out of the swim. And I beat him by like 5 seconds. And it's funny because I went into this race with the full expectation of doing extremely well. So anyway, we get on the bike, and the bike was a long, hard, grueling day, 112 miles, and my back was hurting, I was uncomfortable, my neck was hurting, and nothing really felt easy. I just kind of went through the motions, and it was what it was. Then we get on the run, and it started off pretty okay. For the first time ever in an Ironman triathlon, I wasn't dehydrated starting the run, and then all of a sudden at mile 10, I just bonked. I was nauseous, I was sweating, I could hardly walk, I was dizzy, and I sat on the curb and just waited to feel better. And here I am thinking, it's like, this race, every time something happened, every time something that wasn't like ideal and picturesque and perfect, I just kept figuring out a way to keep going and dust myself off and just continue to race. And again, going into this race, I was completely committed and focused and knew that I was going to do well, yet that was not the case. I ran into so many setbacks and obstacles. And on that run, let's see, on the swim, I finished like, 103rd out of 104. On the bike, I had like the 20th fastest bike split. On the run, I had like the 50th fastest run split. And I don't even know what I finished overall. I have no clue. But I finished. And that's the whole point of this message, is I finished the race. I was prepared to go to war. I knew I was going to dominate, and nothing went according to plan. Nothing at all. Nothing. I wanted to quit so many times. But the idea of getting to the finish line, the vision, the mission to get to the finish line was a much more rewarding goal, something to focus on, to pull me through those tough times. And it was such a valuable experience to go through a race like that where nothing went according to plan, because that's life. Sometimes that's business. Sometimes we have everything lined up perfectly, and life will throw us a curveball. And if we're not prepared to look a year in the future, 5 years in the future, 10 years down the road, to see exactly where we want to be and realize that this is just part of the journey, we're not going to make it. So I just want to share that quick story with you, because if you're looking to have success in the online marketing world, in a home-based business, you have to have the mentality that you're willing to do whatever it takes. And no matter how hard you fall, how many times you fail, that ultimately you will get up, dust yourself off, learn from your mistakes, and keep going. Because that right there is the only way you make it to the finish line in life. Like I said, it's been a couple years since I put up a video, and I'm back for one reason and one reason only. And that is to help people literally create financial freedom. Okay, I walked away from the home-based business industry back in 2008, and it's been 6.5 years. And like I said, I am back for one reason only, and that's to help people eliminate the financial burden in their life. Now, there's typically three kinds of people in the world. There's people who make things happen, there's people who watch things happen, and there's people who ask, what just happened? I'm at the airport right now in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm headed out to Vegas for the next 4 days to learn from the top internet marketers online in the world and the top home-based business experts in the world. And we're going to be covering a lot of different marketing strategies and techniques. I'm extremely excited, and I'm going to be documenting this process and sharing some videos over this weekend. But I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how I'm going to create a six-figure income in the year of 2015 on this channel through these videos. I'm going to show you exactly what it is that I'm doing. You're going to be able to look over my shoulder, see what my activities were, see what my action steps were, and see what my results were. You can either duplicate them yourself, you can work with me, or you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. It's your choice. Again, there's three different kinds of people in the world: people who make things happen, people who watch things happen, and people who ask, what just happened? I give you the opportunity to choose which one you want to be. If you want to roll up your sleeves and run with me, I invite you to take a serious look. Let's work together and let's make this happen. My name is Ryan Celestine. Bye for now.